The most common type of relationship that people are getting in nowadays are situationships, and I just realized that it's literally getting out of hand. And if anybody's going to save the world and save every girl from this, it's going to be me. Number one, when a man tells you he does not want you, make sure that you take exactly what he says. It's not by accident. It's not confusion. Nobody's confused. Put yourself in the predicament when you really like someone. It doesn't matter if your money is right. It does not matter if your hair is done. You're going to find a way. You're going to go to your ex best friend's house to go get your hair done. You're going to go take out a new credit card when you really like someone. That's why I do suggest like finding someone when your shit is together, because you really shouldn't be doing that. But that's just the facts. When you like someone, that feeling is kind of irresistible. Unless you're like a really, really disciplined person. It's like sometimes there is situations where it's like, okay, maybe I'll put this on pause for later. But nine times out of ten, they're gonna go to some crazy lengths to go get things done for you. That's just the reality of the situation. If a man tells you, hey, I need some space right now, I need to figure my life out, okay, that's fine. Let me tell you what you do in a situation like that. You do not, then when the man tells you that, still give him what he wants. You should not be sleeping with him anymore. You should not be pouring out your feelings every day. I tell people, be vulnerable, but be vulnerable one time. It doesn't, once you tell somebody how you feel about something, anything, you do not need to then repeat that same thing 2,000 times. That is unnecessary, and that is not going to do anything for your case. Complaining to a man over and over and over gets you nowhere but feeds his ego. Okay? Men operate off of their ego. 9 times out of 10, that is literally the only thing that they care to fulfill when they start dealing with someone. It is only your job to take care of yourself and your feelings. The only reason why you should be even entertaining anybody in this world is because he is making you feel good. If a person is not making you feel good, if you're fighting for your life or a relationship and you're just starting to talk to someone, that is 100% unnecessary. You 100% should not be in that relationship. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to end up in that relationship. A relationship where you feel like your counterpart is not doing as much as you are going to lose. I promise you. You're not going to be happy. Number two, stop fantasizing. It didn't happen. If it didn't happen, you do not know if it's going to happen. Stop fantasizing because it's getting you nowhere. Fantasizing is fucking you up. Fantasizing is fucking you up so bad. As women, we tend to feel like, okay, it may happen. He may get it together. You compare him to other people, maybe someone who was better in your life, maybe someone who did change for you. But that is not the reality of the person you are dealing with. Unless somebody shows you an action, nothing happened. There's no fantasy that you can make up in your head that will become a reality unless the other person wants to do it for themselves. Fantasizing is what's fucking you over. Fantasize, that's why they both start to F. It's fucking you up, it's fucking you over, and it's literally hurting you more than anything. So you need to stop fantasizing, or else you are going to be in a situation way longer than you need to be. Number three, learn to be a leaver. You need to be a leaver. I promise you, it is way better to be the leaver than a person who is stuck in the same situation for years. Time is flying. These days are passing us like nobody's business. You need to learn to be a leaver. Someone's not treating you right, leave. Mentally abusive, leave. If you're even questioning if you're getting manipulated, leave. I forgot what the statistic is, but toxic relationships are one of the most detrimental things to your mental health. Like, it's not a joke. You need to learn to be a leaver, because if you cannot leave a situation, if you're in a situation and you feel like you cannot leave, that means the job is already done. You need to force yourself. There's people who are alcoholics that go sober. You can leave that man who treats you like shit. I'm not here to judge either, because it's like you live and you learn. But my experiences is literally what shaped my knowledge. Like, you take things and you learn from it, but you need to actually be learning from it. Like, yes, bad situations could shape people into really good people, or they could shape people into doing nonsense. It could shape you into staying in the same situation. It could shape you into attracting that man 10,000 times. You need to take your nonsense, your bullshit situations, and you need to learn. Nobody's perfect. Like, for me, I have this stutter going on now. Like, I'm slurring on words, and this is something that I've never gone through. And I realized that, and I'm just like, yo, this is not something that I want for my life. I started reading books. I started picking up books. I started forcing myself to talk out loud, because when you know there's something that you do not want from your life, you take it and you act on it. Another thing, know who you're hanging around. Your friends, yes, they may want your best interest. Yes, they may have a boyfriend who's doing worse things to you, to them, than your boyfriend is doing to you. Know what you want for yourself. If you know that is not what you want for yourself, that's not your goal. If you're not, like, okay, they might be getting treated worse, but you know this is not how you want to get treated. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different prerogative. Do not be on the same wavelength as your friend if they're on a negative path. You cannot do that to yourself. You can't. Because, and that's why people are so big on, like, hang who you are, who you hang around. And some people literally cut their friends off because of their toxic relationships. And I don't get mad at people for it, because it's just like, I cannot be around you if you are letting people drain you, because you are going to come to me constantly every day with drained energy, and I can't handle that. I cannot handle people's drained energy. I can help you through a couple situations. My friends know, love them to death. Once I tell you about a situation, maybe 2 times, 3 max, I'm not telling you anymore. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to listen to you, maybe, but 9 times out of 10, I am going to listen to you, and I'm going to be like, I already told you. Girl, I already told you. Girl, I'm listening to you. I know it's hard, but I already told you. Because there's nothing that I can do. You can tell me your problems, I'm going to listen to them, but I'm not carrying it with me. Because I need to be focused on the good examples, not the negative. Lastly, think about the guy that you're so obsessed with and madly in love with, that you're negotiating your boundaries and standards for, and think about if you would want that person for your daughter. Would you want that person for your daughter? That's not a joke. That man, 9 times out of 10, okay, you might not want him for your daughter, you're still dealing with him. What if you get pregnant by this man? What if you get pregnant by this man who is not benefiting you and you low-key despise? You just are in a toxic situation and you can't get rid of it. What would you do? If then you have a daughter, what's the situation then? That's who's going to be raising your daughter. And that's the standards that she's going to know and look up after. And yes, there's people who leave the situation after, and, but that's just 9 times, 1,000 times harder. Leave while it is still easy. Okay? Always remember that you can leave. People will manipulate you, people will gaslight you, and people will always try to take advantage of you. That is expected. That is the reality of life. When you have the answers to the test, when you send the homework sheet, you copy off of it, because it's just easily accessible and easy to get what you want, and you're going to take advantage of it. Do not let people do that to you. There's no reason to. When you're self-aware, you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, you know what you want out of your life, you can get that. Do not operate with the lack mindset. And you do not need the approval of anyone. You have the approval of God the moment you are welcomed into this earth. God literally knew everything that you were going to do with your life. I struggle with a lot of thoughts like, does God appreciate, like, does God like me? Like, I've done so much wrong in my life. Does God still, tolerate me? Like, does he still want to hear my prayers after I pray for something and then I go and do it again? Yes. Do you know what's the chances of you being born? Slim to none. So the moment that you were welcomed into this earth, you had God's approval. Do not forget that. Do not question that. Nobody can give you, other people, humans' approval is not necessary. It's not doing shit for you. Not a thing. Remember that and carry that. And it was so serious. Like, this was literally on my heart, because I know that I said I was going to post every Sunday and Friday, but I'm going out today because I'm finally getting over a really bad situation, and I'm like, I'm going to start going out. I'm going to start doing spontaneous things. It's literally snowing in New York, and I was just like, no, like, I keep making excuses for the things that I say I want to do and don't do it, and I do that for the sake of other people. Stop being a people pleaser. Being a people pleaser does nothing for you. People may thank you, people may praise you for doing things for them, but you're going to hurt in the end. Stop putting yourself in situations where you're going to hurt in the end. If you even have to question the fact of you getting hurt in the end, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? But I love you. Like I said, I know I said I was going to post on every Sunday and Friday, but I literally just needed everyone to hear this message. It was on my heart, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you guys so much. It's so funny because my video got 90 views, and I was really excited about that. Yeah, that's amazing. And we're about to hit 500 subscribers, so I'm really excited about that as well. And that was my first video back on YouTube, so I'm really excited to just continue this journey with you guys and document my life. So I'm doing something very adventurous today, and I'm about to just go meet someone for the very first time who lives out of state. So that's exciting. I'm gonna vlog the whole thing for you. Tune into my vlogs because I know you guys like the talking videos, but my vlogs are actually really interesting. The last one was kind of mid, but I'm really gonna work on getting some better content from you for you guys and being just a little more vulnerable when I'm filming. And I actually just hit 55,000 followers on TikTok, so I'm really excited about that. And TikTok is back. I was literally like going through it when I realized TikTok was gone, but I was just ready to maneuver because that's how you have to be in life. Like, shit's gonna happen, shit's gonna hit the fan, but you just have to be ready to maneuver. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you watch this video to the end, I love and appreciate you. Have a great day, and remember all of the little notes that I give you, because even though I don't know what I'm talking about, I know what I've been through, and I just share it with people, just hoping they go through better experiences and take knowledge that I wish I had when I went through negative things. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.